It's Thursday, the day President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to honor the invitation of the House of Representatives to brief lawmakers on the security situation in the country. There is no unusual activity in the lobby of the National Assembly, no security adjustments, and no presence of the President's security detail, all suggesting that the President may not be making an appearance. This is confirmed when plenary commences and a lawmaker raises a point of order on breach of his privilege.
Before we commence any business of this House today, we ought to be addressed on what has happened to that resolution. The entire public is watching. The whole country is watching. They want to see the response of this House to such a flagrant disrespect of a resolution that was passed here on the floor of this House.
Your point of privilege is noted. The channels of communication procedural, and we will await for official communication from Mr. President as opposed to newspaper reports.
And just like that, it's back to business as usual in the Green Chamber. For some Nigerians, however, the president's absence is no surprise, considering reports that APC governors were opposed to the invitation, and a statement from the Attorney General of the Federation had suggested same. The AGF had quoted Section 218, subsection 1 of the Constitution, which states that the management and control of the security sector is exclusively vested in the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, including the power to determine the operational use of the armed forces. The AGF, relying on that section, further posited that an invitation that seeks to put the operational use of the armed forces to a public interrogation is indeed taking the constitutional right of lawmaking beyond bounds. In a counter-statement, the Deputy Minority Leader of the House, who is also a lawyer, quoted Section 89, subsection 1 of the Constitution, which empowers the Senate or the House of Representatives or a committee appointed in accordance with Section 62 of the Constitution to procure evidence, written or oral, and to summon any person in Nigeria to give evidence at any place. Following the disappointing turn of events, this is how lawmakers reacted.
We said, okay, he will come on Thursday, but we didn't even get the communication to say he has agreed that Thursday is a good date for him to come.
I'm also going to enjoin my colleagues to demand a fundamental and unequivocal apology from the Attorney General and from Mr. President himself for not allowing himself to be advised properly. I am going to suggest we suspend any deliberation on the budget until this apology is received.
There's no breach at all, absolutely. It's just people are insinuating so many things which they don't know. We have written, there was a motion, there was a resolution, the resolution was communicated to the executive. The executive have indicated their interest in sharing some concerns, national concerns with the parliament, and then we're waiting for the president to communicate with us officially, and I'm sure he will.
The situation is a little confusing for many. The president's personal assistant on social media, Loretta Onochie, had tweeted the president's decision to honor the invitation on the 10th of December. That was days after the Speaker of the House of Representatives, after a meeting with the president, confirmed his appearance. The entire country now awaits the official communication from the president to explain why he failed to honor the invitation of the House of Representatives, especially because the Constitution empowers the National Assembly to invite any citizen, including the president. Attention will also now turn to the House of Representatives to see how they will react, especially to protect the sanctity of the House of Representatives and the National Assembly in general. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.